This song is called Disco Loadout.
Now, in your experience, what is a disco loadout?
So a disco loadout is when you are doing a gig, when you're on tour. Now, in the olden days, you would just do a gig and you would pack up at whatever time and that was that. These days, if it's a Friday or a Saturday night, the venue generally has a club afterwards.
Yeah.
Now, in the olden days, they would often have a club afterwards as well, but in the olden days, the club would set up around you as you sat down. People that were there for the gig could stay for the club. These days, they get everyone from the gig to leave the venue so they can reset the venue for the club and charge people to come back in for the club.
Because this is the only way they can keep going as venues.
Yes, exactly.
To be fair to them, like that's why they're doing it.
It is.
And in fact, in this city, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday they have disco loadout. Yeah.
So basically, it means if you're so bands will refer to a disco loadout, meaning we know when we're going to have to finish at 10:30 and we're going to have to pack up all our stuff and get out within
really fast,
like by 11 o'clock latest.
Yeah. And for some reason, even though this is like everyone's trying to do their best to just do this thing, I've never had friendly DJs. Like they've always been like just you're shoving stuff out the way or like very hectic. It's not fun. It's very easy to lose equipment in this situation as well if you're not careful. I've also had situations where I was doing covers gigs a long time ago, trying to, take heavy amps out and all of the PA and everything. And for some reason, they wouldn't let us go out the back. So lots of very drunk people who are already dancing at the club, and I'm trying to move giant boxes out. And it's just a very horrible way to end the night. So for some reason, I decided that Disco Loadout was going to be the name of the song at the end of this album, and I haven't written it yet. I don't know how this stuff, I mean, even now it's only a few months on from me creating this song and I'm just sort of like, I don't really remember how I managed to pull that one off, really.
I mean, it does make sense conceptually though, because although you've just described something quite stressful, the other thing about Disco Loadout is it's an early gig, it's an early finish for the gig. So Disco Loadout means to me, the first thing I think of is like, the gig is going to finish by 10:30.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, it's not going to be a big, late, mad one. We're going to have a disco loadout, and then you have this lovely, lovely song, which you're now going to tell me is about death and trauma.
Well, it kind of is, yeah. But it's about appreciating an audience. I haven't played a gig in person for 5 years now. That's a very long time, because I used to be all about gigging all the time. I wanted to celebrate that feeling, that sort of sweaty end of the night, euphoric feeling you can have at the end of a really lovely night with people. I wanted to celebrate the people in my audience, not just in this fictional gig, but also who are listening to the album. I wanted to make it about them and their experience. I wanted to celebrate people who are no longer with us, because I've been doing this a while. Several people who have been very ardent fans of mine have sadly passed away. And when I hear about that, I get really upset about it, because they are real people in my life. So I wanted to put that in there. So there's a thing about I hope we'll be back. Like I hope we'll come back together. I hope everyone will survive and come back together and be in a room and create this magic together again in the future. We're turning the lights up. So at the end of the night, when the lights, suddenly you're in like normal lighting in a venue and you're packing up and everyone's a bit red-faced and sweaty and like this incredible kind of change, like in a story, a change could have occurred within your body and your brain during the show if it's something that really got to you. So it's all of these things coming together just to end this thing. And I wanted people to go away from the album with a feeling of, I suppose, being soothed and it may be like included and spoken to directly, and that kind of community feeling that is so much a part of what I do, because without people going out of their way to support what I do, I wouldn't be sitting here in this attic talking to you.
It's interesting too, because it's a classic album closer, like musically, and it also is a classic end of set song, isn't it? It does sound like this is the last song of the set.
Yeah,
and it's great that you've got those lines in about I hope we'll be. What is it? I hope
we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great thing to be singing at the end of the gig.
Could be good. Could be good.
And then you go into the green room and you come back 5 minutes later and
carry heavy boxes and put things in cars. Thank you so much for joining us for this track-by-track podumentary. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight into where the songs come from and what I was trying to do with the whole album.
I've had a delightful time. And I do feel honoured to have heard the album.
I've had a great time talking to Charlie, as always, and I really appreciate you travelling up here and having such insightful questions. Thank you.